Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry for the delay for this next review. I just was eating, I guess, lunch and a late lunch, I guess you could say. So, I'm returning to you for an album review. And this is probably going to premiere, or if not premiere, I'm just going to release it depending on what I decide to do. But, this is for a new album review that comes out August 5th for H.E.A.T's new album, Force Majeure, however you pronounce it. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Major or something like that. It's a little hard to pronounce it. Majeure. That's how the title of the album is, Force Major. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this new H.E.A.T album, their new I think seventh studio album, and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this album review. Now it starts with the first track, Back to the Rhythm, and that was a pretty rockin' song for sure. I really enjoyed Kenny's vocals in this track, and he's the lead singer and he does the guitars too. So this song really impressed me with how it was sounding. They had to get rid of their last singer, Eric, or whatever. Uh, I don't know if they had a falling out or not, but it came at the short notice, like months after they released their last album, H.E.A.T 2. So they've had to change members for who to have as the lead singer and all that. So Back to the Rhythm was a great song for sure. I highly recommend you check this out when it comes out at midnight on Friday the 5th. So 5 out of 5 for this one. Nationwide was a pretty awesome song. Really like it. The guitar work's great. The drum work is amazing. And just Kenny's vocals sound really good in this track. So 5 out of 5. Tainted Blood was another great song in my opinion. There was a weird noise that Kenny was doing in the song, and I don't know if I was feeling for it, but other than that, the song did pretty flawless. It was really good, so 5 out of 5. Hollywood was one of the singles, and I really enjoyed it. So was Back to the Rhythm, but I never really listened to the singles until I just heard this album just now, because I had to download it in order to listen to it, but still. 5 out of 5 for Hollywood. It's a pretty rockin' song for sure. So I really like this one. Um, Harder to Breathe was a pretty interesting song. Wasn't sure if I was connecting with it too much, but I did enjoy it for sure. It's just a song I'd have to come back to and listen to see if it's something that would grow on me, but it's enjoyable, so 5 out of 5. Not for Sale was a pretty strong track. The guitar work in it is great, and the drum work is pretty fantastic, and just how Kenny is singing the song and I guess playing the guitar as well. So, yeah, it's doing pretty well. So, 5 out of 5 for Not for Sale. One of Us kind of gets repetitive with how he sings one of us, and I don't know if I'm feeling for that with the song, but other than that, the song was solid. It wasn't terrible. So 4.5 out of 5. It's a solid track. It's not the best, but it just has some repetitiveness with how he repeats himself with singing One of Us. But the drum work and his high pitched vocals were really good. That's the strongest part and the praise I'll give that song. Other than that, the repetitiveness kind of bothers me a little bit, but still pretty solid track. Um, Hold Your Fire is the next song, and that was a pretty rockin' song. Really enjoyed this one, and I'll give this a 5 out of 5 for sure. The drum work and guitar work is great, and Kenny's vocals is amazing in this song. Paramount was a decent song. In my personal opinion, I just don't connect with this song very much. It's not bad, it's just, I wasn't sure what I was feeling when I listened to this song. It was just, uh, there was something about it, like with the, sorry that I paused for a second, was what I was trying to say. I just had a pausing moment and didn't say anything. I was trying to think of what to say. But yeah, Paramount just had this weird tune to it, and I wasn't sure if I was feeling for the melody and how Kenny was singing the song. But other than that, uh, the song did decently, I guess. So 4 out of 5. Demon Eyes was great. I really enjoyed this song, and 5 out of 5 I'm gonna give it. It's a pretty strong track. It really rocks for sure. So highly recommend you check this one out. And finally, we get to Wings of an Aeroplane. This is a great closing track, and it's well produced, well mixed, and the drum work and guitar work is great in this song, so 5 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution, I think Force Major by H.E.A.T is a really strong album. It's pretty good. It's gonna be on my best albums of 2022 by the end of the year. And yeah, uh, overall, I think this is a pretty good listen. Highly recommend you check this out when it comes out on August 5th, uh, at midnight or so. And first score for me, I'm giving H.E.A.T's new album, Force Major. I think that's how you pronounce it, Force Major. I'm giving this an 8.5 out of 10. It's a little weaker than the last one, but it is pretty good, for sure. It's a pretty good listen. They definitely know how to rock, for sure. Um, but still, I really enjoyed this track for what it went for. So 8.5 out of 10. Or enjoyed this album for what it went for. Sorry that I said track. I'm just uh, losing track of what I'm trying to say. So please forgive me on that. I enjoyed this album for what it went for. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new album for H.E.A.T, Force Major, if you've heard it. And if you enjoyed this album review I did for you guys, I'm not sure if I'm premiering it or if I'm releasing it sooner. I haven't decided yet, but I'll let you guys know what I decide to do. But if you did enjoy this album review, this new album review for H.E.A.T, Force Major, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. I'll have another album review for Soulfly Totem coming out soon. I'm going to check that album out and see what I think of it. I just forgot that this band was dropping an album. And I was like, oh, H.E.A.T's dropping an album. I'm like, I'll check it out for sure. I just forgot that they were going to have an album out this upcoming Friday. So, but I'll have the Calvin Harris Funk Wav Bounces Volume 2 album review most likely coming out tomorrow, along with Lav's All for Nothing album as well. So definitely stay tuned for those album reviews and a track review for Nicki's new song. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this album review for H.E.A.T Force Major, I believe is how you pronounce it. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. Sorry that I screwed up a few times in the video. I just lost my train of thought and I slurred and I messed up on my wording with what I was trying to say. So please forgive me on that. But I hope you enjoyed this album review. So stay safe, take care guys, and as always, I will see you in my next review.